Thursday, Podgy, Rathline are playing Granard. Your thoughts on that one?
Rathline, it's just hard to describe Rathline. Like Rathline caused quite a few surprises in the group stages at the regional venues in recent years, but every time they get to Pearse Park, just seem to, not perform. And now they have an opportunity in their very first game to go back to Pearse Park to kind of right the wrongs. Granard, it's a great season so far. Granard, they won the Division 1 league, which is kind of separate from the Leader Cup. Top 4 play for the Leader Cup. In the Division 1 league, they finished top of the table and won the Johnny Skelly Cup. And they have a lot of good young players. So, that's could be tight enough too. But I'd be fancying Granard there, on the back of on the fair amount of momentum, fighting their injury problems don't hit them too hard. So maybe we give the nod there to Granard,
Podgy, on Friday night we have Dramard and Carrigedmond playing in Abilara. How do you think that's going to go?
Generally, you'd fancy Dramard, but they're missing players. Matt Duffy, he's gone to Australia with Australian rules football, huge loss. Then you have Oisin O'Toole, who's county full-back this year, great year. He's apparently away as well, and Joseph Hagan, another one of their county players, is abroad as well. So, they're going to be starting kind of down players. And, in many ways, they were the most unluckiest team in last year's championship. Should have beaten Clongishton in the semi-final, kicked an awful lot of wise. Probably should have won it. But the expectation levels aren't as high now, and they're going to be very wary of Carrigedmond, and particularly what Eugene McCormick brings to the table. But again, the Mar just might not have enough to get through there, But you're looking at tight games this week, for the start of the championship.
Very good. So Saturday we have 3 games. So one of those will be Abilara and Mullinagh.
Yeah, always great local derby. This one brings the crowds out. Great rivalry there. Mullinagh have held upper hand over Abilara for many years, beating them in a few county finals. So it's the Frankie factor might swing it. You never know. Still think Mullinagh have enough experience to get through this one. Shouldn't be that much in it, but I'd expect Mullinagh to get off to a winning start.
So at the same time, Clongishton are playing Slashers. So how do you feel that will go?
Well, speaking from the heart, I'd love to see Slashers doing well. It's my club. But to be realistic, Clongishton are the team with all the young guns, some of the best young players in the county. And it'll be a big surprise if Slashers get out now of this game. So I'd be predicting Clongishton will win this,
And the last game then is Keena and Mostrom.
Yeah, 2 teams that could struggle. Keena won the intermediate championship last year. Most would predict it to go straight back down. Edgerton not going that well. I think they're in the relegation playoff in Division 1. Whoever loses here is in serious trouble now. Don't think they'll be in the frame to make it through to the quarterfinals, and they're getting very hard to stay away from the relegation pot. But Edgerton have a number of experienced players, young Doc Doherty there now, particularly very good forwards, and they should have enough for Keena.
How do you manage to cover all these games? Obviously, you have a couple, or there's not just yourself, but I suppose you have to work out a timetable nearly at this stage, particularly on the Saturday, in order to cover these matches.
Yeah, look, you have a few reporters that are always there, like Patrick Cahill has been a great help from Carrigedmond. Patrick is sort of a peculiar genius, if you want to describe him as that, but he's mindful of information. And
for such a young man.
Yeah. And you believe what comes out of Patrick's mouth, and it wouldn't Carrigedmond because they cloud around him for his opinion. And as I say, 20G is an all-rounder, does soccer and Gaelic, and we have Seamus Morris now. Seamus is a member of the Longford staff now, and he's great to have as well. And and then obviously I'll be covering matches myself. And this week actually works out quite well because
there's a good spread.
There's a good spread.
Except for Saturday.
Except for Saturday, but we have Saturday. That's all set and planned. We planned that. That's already planned already. So, well, I'll be able to get the 4 now this week because you Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yeah.
So like, and I like Cumberland County Championship. It's the bread and butter at the end of the day. Like,
Absolutely.
You know.
I used to think when I was in school, I used to hate English. I used to have to hate writing essays, and even when I was teaching, I used to hate having to write reports. Obviously, it just comes natural to you.
Yeah, well, my father was with the Longford leader for many, many years, so I learned a lot from him, Lord have mercy on him. He's stayed 25, 26 years now, and he was everything about the GAA, a voluntary man, and so like I was kind of groomed to be his successor in a sense, but little I think so many years later I'd still be writing for the Longford leader, but
and Patrick, there isn't that sort of mentoring going on now, or is it completely different now? Like, you know, the way you were there, you saw your father at it, and you know, I don't know whether that could happen now. Could it?
No, trying to get young people into the reporting game is difficult because everything is IT now, Mick. You know, and they're all gone mad for them type of jobs. And like even the Longford leader now, it's very much oriented towards the websites and you know the various stories. Like I go to a match on a Saturday evening and go in after and have it up on the web half an hour later, you know, for people, because people are not waiting. Everything just happens so quick.
Yeah.
That the following Wednesday is a bit late.
It is. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what we do, and we throw them up online, and we give them a snippet of what happened, and then in the print edition, obviously, the full report will be in it, like, you know.
But it's survival for you. You have to go that way.
Oh yeah. Well, someone will have to always be able to write the stories, and I guess, and provincial newspapers have a great tradition, and I know that it's tough times, and you know, with social medias, there's platforms now that was never there before, and people have their opinions. I still think, at least when you get the Longford leaders there, you have it if you want to refer to it.
Yeah.
And if it's
a sort of a paper of record.
Yeah, paper of record, like, and particularly for county championship winners, who gets their spread every year, and you know, loads of pictures and memorabilia to the sense, oh, that's the year we won the championship, and when they look back and their sons or daughters come along, you know, and on that, the ladies football is making great progress in Longford, and their championship will be starting soon, and that's always a great championship.
Absolutely. We'll hopefully cover that as well. The intermediate championship is also starting this week. Podgy, can you go through a couple of the matches, or the format even?
We're actually in the intermediate heartland here at this moment. I'm talking to Mick. We're in Clondra down at the harbour. It's a beautiful day outside McPartlin's. I live in the area myself, so I suppose I have a leg in this camp, in the Killashee camp as well. They start off Friday night against Fatherman Gales. Now, Fatherman Gales have an interesting new manager in Big Niall Sheridan. So Niall has been doing a number of clubs around the county, and he'll bring a new dimension to Fatherman Gales. We'll be knocking at the door. So that's Friday evening. I think that's up in Ballymore. Fancy the Gales to win that, to be honest with you. Ray Curry is back managing Killashee. Has a great record with them. Won championships, I think, 2016, 20 and 21, 3 in the main championship. It just has the Midas touch. So getting Ray back could be seen as a major plus. The other game on Friday evening is Cashel and Ardham I Do. I think that's in Keena. 50-50 match this. Losers will be looking towards qualifying, or losers will be trying to stay away from the relegation. And you must remember that with the 7 teams, it's running on a league basis. It's a round robin, that 4 qualify to the semi-final. The team that finishes 5th is safe, but the 6 and 7 are gone. They're into junior. So the losers here are going to be under pressure. So Carl going to call Andrew Farr is a huge loss for Cashel, long-term injury, the county full-back. Maybe Ardham I Do will win this one. And then Saturday evening, it's Ballymore, and Ballymore are playing Ballymahan. Now, it was a nightmare for Ballymahan, the senior champion last year, and you know, fair play to them to fulfil their fixture, but our young team. maybe that'll stand them to this time. They're in their own level, they're at their own level now, Ballymahan, and I think that Ballymore have got a lot of young players coming through. Won the junior championship last year, beaten the previous two finals. Dark horse in ways Ballymore, like, you know, because they're not relying on the old guard as much now. The likes of the Bernard McIlvanney, great player for Longford, a serious player, played in the junior final last year. Damien Monaghan, loads of experience, very good forward. It's hard to know how this one will go, but I suppose I'll give a slight nod towards Ballymahan to get off to a winning start.
So that's the roundup for all the matches this coming week, folks. Podgy, we hope you'll join us again over the course of the season. Jimmy Jess, hopefully we'll be back from holidays. He could be joining us as well. So for the moment, folks, until the next programme, good luck.